Yo, let's talk about it, man. Last night proved nothing for me, bro. And this is coming from a guy who's a diehard Tatum fan, a guy who's rooting for the Celtics. You know, especially since my Spurs suck right now. We're in a tank season, so I'm just rocking with bracing my favorite player until the Spurs get right. So I've been keeping up with a lot of Celtics games. I've been watching a lot of basketball that hasn't been included in the Spurs. Just because we haven't really had much to play for. But that's neither here nor there. Let's get into the actual game. And I really feel like that game meant nothing despite the Celtics winning. Now, it might have done something for their psyche winning that game. But I still feel like this is a team in the Warriors that the Celtics do not want to see in the finals, bro. And honestly, I think the Celtics could beat every single team except for the Warriors. Honestly, bro. They match up so well with everybody. They have the size, the depth, the wings, the guard play, the multiple ball handlers, the shooters. But there's something about when they play the Warriors that they just seem to struggle the most. They don't make open shots. They turn the ball over a crazy amount of times. They seem worn down for some reason. They're not finishing at the rim. So I've come to the conclusion, bro, the Warriors are just the Celtics' kryptonite. And honestly, nobody's really talking about this, but I think it's the play style. I don't know why I got my strings in my hoodie like that. But I think it's the play style of the Warriors that are giving the Celtics fits and just wearing them down so much that when they're on offense, they often settle for bad shots. And when they do get open shots, they just brick them. And if you look at it, man, it's just so much switching, constant movement by the Warriors offense. That's really, you're not really getting to relax too often on defense when you're the Celtics, right? So you might have two or three guys that they might not be necessarily a part of a single play, but when you're playing the Warriors, there's always constant ball movement, constant off ball movement. So mentally and physically, that's draining you. And of course, when your legs are a little bit shot, your jump shot is going to be a little bit off. And I feel like that's exactly how the Warriors been getting to the Celtics. And what they won, so include from the finals, I think from game 4, I think they won 4, 5, and 6, right? Celtics Warriors won game 4, 5, and 6, and then they won the first game this year at Golden State. So they went 4 in a row on those guys, right? And and honestly, you could tell like that series and that finals changed everything about the Celtics, and I think they're probably a little bit more hungry this season than they were last year. But I just feel like this is a bad matchup, and you could see Tatum. I've watched plenty of interviews with Tatum. He said he's changed his diet just to make, just for the stretch run for these finals, for those potential finals runs where you just look worn down. Because we saw it, he had over 100 turnovers in the playoffs. But then last night, he had 7 against the Warriors again. Like, just another bad turnover game. A bad shooting game. Excuse me. But I do like that he remained, like, he kind of got some of that Mamba mentality in him. He wasn't going to stop shooting. He still kept driving to the basket. I do think he settled for a little bit too many threes. He does that a lot. But, he made up for it with the playmaking. The rebounds, he had 19. That's career high rebounds, if I'm not mistaken. 19 rebounds. And he had 3 steals as well, so he played some pretty solid defense. But all in all, I don't know, I'm kind of sick right now. But all in all, even though they eked out a win, I'm gonna say they escaped with a win. Jaylen Brown hit a game tying 3 in the reigning second, in probably the last 10 seconds of the game, and then Curry didn't hit the game winner over Al Horford. They went to OT. And they got it done. I'm kind of mad, though, because I had the Celtics minus 6.5. So when they were up 8 in overtime, and freaking Al Horford fouls Andrew Wiggins, shooting a 3, that had me so pissed. Because as soon as he missed one, they were up 8, I think. He missed one, he made 2. So it was a 6-point game. And then Marcus Smart turns the ball over, 3-ball Warriors. I'm like, oh my God, way to kill my spread. But That's neither here nor there, man. It's just that I just watched this game. I understand it was Jaylen Brown's first game back in like 3 games. I think he was dealing with like a hip injury or something. Oh no, a groin injury. So I guess he can get a little bit of a pass, but I just see it, man. They're just physical on defense, and they make you play defense every possession. And I think that kind of taxes the Celtics for what they want to do. Like, you know, they want to get to the rim. They want to shoot a bunch of threes all game. Honestly, let me see what they shot. 13 for 41 from 3 yesterday, so those 32%. The Warriors shot 35% from 3. But realistically, man, I feel like on most nights, the Celtics are probably going to have to shoot at least 40% from 3 to beat the Warriors, just because I don't know what it is, but when the Warriors play the Celtics, they're on 10, bro. You can watch them in every other game this season, and you can see the difference. Like, when they turn it on when they play the Celtics. When they play all these other guys, it's like, all right, we're going through the motions a little bit. We're playing decent basketball. But when they play the Celtics, they're on 10. They're not missing shots. Klay started the game out on fire. Curry, he was in his bag a little bit. The fourth quarter is what killed him. He was having a pretty good game up until the fourth quarter in overtime. He ended up shooting 9 for 25, but bruh, I don't think these guys. It's always gonna be a neck and neck game between these two. But I just feel like the Warriors still have a little bit of that mental edge over the Celtics, and we're gonna see how it plays out going forward, man. If these guys do meet again in the finals, man. But I just know, if the Warriors play like how they played yesterday, I don't think any team but the Celtics has a chance to beat them, honestly. And that's the scary thing, bro, because they didn't even click on. Curry had an off-shooting game down the stretch. Jordan Poole, he was chucking. He had a decent game. I'll say he had a decent game. But, man, you cannot turn the ball over against this Warriors team, bro. That's one thing I got to say for the Celtics. If you keep turning it over against these guys, you're not going to come away with too many victories. And with that being said, I would love to know what you guys think about this matchup going forward. If they see each other in the finals, who you have winning that? And honestly, do you even have the Warriors or the Celtics making the finals again? Let me know in the comment section below. I'm out. Peace.